Welcome to my Permadeath series for No Man's Sky Beyond, and here we are. We're up in the Nexus because what I want to do before we get into the main contents of this video is give you a bit of an update on the community event. If I just come in here and we select the community research, you will see that over the weekend, because of course at the moment the community events run on the weekends, you can see we've now reached tier 3. And I made my small contribution towards that. I actually did one of the missions, and what it did is it involved going out to a planet. If any of you are not familiar with the community events, what seems to happen is that you select the community event from the Nexus terminal here, and what it seems to do is send you to find 3 knowledge stones on a planet, which then points you to a portal which you can then go through to go to a planet to do the community event. And in some ways, I'll give you a bit of a top tip here. If you're in a system and you want to find the portal in the system and it's the weekend, do the community event, because it will then send you to a planet in that system, and then it will hook you up to the portal. And this weekend's community event involved going to a planet, and I think you had to find 19 feline livers, which were predators. So you had to effectively wander around the planet hunting predators, which is a lot easier than the previous weekend's community event, which I never actually ever managed to finish. And what I actually did was rather than wander around the planet trying to find predators, I actually went out and looked for salvage data and then just effectively killed the predators as in when they turned up. So probably took a lot longer to do the mission than what some people did. I think you could probably have got through the mission in under an hour, probably slightly more than half an hour. But I took a lot longer because I actually wanted the salvage tech. And as I said, the mission is now finished, so what I'm assuming is that next week we will then have a new community mission with new rewards. You can see I've now got 3,300 Quicksilver, and just to show you what the situation is now, I haven't checked this, but I'm assuming it's going to be correct. If we talk to Quicksilver himself, what you will see is, if we come in here, all the 3 new unique headpieces are now unlocked. I think the Ares Visage was the one that was still to be unlocked with the tier 3. So we've now got 3 unique headpieces, which once you've bought, I'm assuming that you'll be able to put onto your avatar. Personally, I think I'd rather keep my Quicksilver for the moment, because I'm not really that enamored with them. So that's an update on the community research. So what we're going to do in this video, what I want to do in this video is do a little bit of tidying up with various things related to my current playthrough, rather than going out and do some new things. What I want to do is go back to the base that I was building in the previous video and see if I can work a little bit more on the mining. And that's another reason why we're on the Nexus. We might as well talk to Helios and see if he'll give us some more nanites, give data to creatures, and he'll probably give us, yeah, we got another 165 nanites. I think somebody posted a comment a little while ago saying it was too easy to get nanites, and I must admit I tend to agree with them, because it has almost become a point of just come here every regular intervals and get a pile of nanites. So no, he won't give us a. So he obviously doesn't want to do anything. Never mind, that's not important. Of course, the one thing I do want to do is cash in this salvage data to unlock the mining extract tech that I didn't have in the previous video. If we come down here, this won't give me an extension because we're in a system that I've spent quite a lot of time in actually. So we're just going to come through here, and I think we'll find it. I think Snafu recommended unlocking the decals, so we might come back to that. And we got the wall screen and other bits and pieces here. The small crates and lockers are quite useful as well, because you can, once you put those out, especially on your freighter, you can get regular rewards from that. War fan, that's new. I don't remember seeing a war fan before. And see if we can find it. What I want is the gas extractor, because we've got the requirement for because we got an oxygen hotspot. And of course we're going to get the supply depot and the supply pipe, and that completes that section of the tech. So I'm just going to what we've got here, floral containment decoration. Well, not particularly interested in nip plant, but I suppose we'll do that just to make it complete. Not sure what the income from a nip plant is anymore. Don't feel the need to open up any of this at the moment. I think we got all the storage unlocked. Got a viewing sphere here. I think I'm going to take Staffu's advice about unlocking the numerical decals, because he said that by doing this I'll be able to mark the containers. So I keep unlocking these. I mean, it's a little bit tedious, but I'll get there eventually. And it's quite strange that you've got the odd numbers on one side and the even numbers on the other side. And I think we'll unlock the wall scanner so that we can see what else is. All fan drawers. And we'll unlock the chair, just to kind of unlock these trees. Lights. I mean, I've got quite a big pile of items. Metal door frame. Yeah, okay, let's unlock that as well. Never really built a substantial metal base. Okay, we're gonna nope, don't have enough of that. This is unlocked. Light box, because you can't unlock that. Health station. Again, this is an area of the game that's never been really that extensively developed. But I'm not gonna worry about that. Maybe we'll open up a little bit of. I think that'll be it. So we've got a whole wad of stuff there. We've got 5 salvage data left. I could always sell that for a bit of cash. Ah. And of course he's going to go absolutely berserk. And now the next thing I want to do is show you another consequence of the weekend's community mission. But we'll get to the space station first before I show it to you. So we're just going to come here. Yeah, because we're going to drop a save just in case the game crashes. Just going to send this to the freighter, stocking up. One thing I did do off camera is I did go spend a bit of time repairing the damaged frigates that I got from a mission. I think wasn't the last part, it was the part before, and one of them was pretty badly beaten up, and it was the one with the awkward where you had to climb up the ladders. So I actually did that off camera. So, and what I actually did is I actually sent the frigates out on a industrial mission to see if I can make a bit of cash. I'm not too sure whether it's actually finished or not. I don't. What tends to happen is you get a message saying it's finished and then it disappears. Anyway, so let's just get up here. Now, if any of you have been following my series, you'll be aware I have a little bit of an obsession with kill creature missions, and I thought this would be really good to show you the benefits of the community mission. You can see there I've got nearly 2 pages of kill creatures, kill predators missions, which is the consequence of that community event. You can see here, and it gives you an idea of, I think I killed about 12, so I think the Violent Storm one down here must have already had a creature here. So what I'm going to do is just go through and these missions in. I mean, it's going to take a little while, but you can see the good old nanites are flowing in quite well, and we're getting some extending as well. Oh, we've got some relatticed arcs here. I think that's the only mission that I actually have to get something from. The rest is predominantly nanites, and oh no, there's another one. There's superconducting fluid in there. I'm just going to go through here. Teleporter coordinates, actually not. I'm just going to grab that. You can see my standing with the Merchants Guild is going through the roof. And superconducting fibers. We'll sell all this off for a bit more cash as well. Mercenaries Guild. And made 62,000 credits. Standing with the Corvax is increased. Guild 2 Predators. Another 248 nanites. In some ways, getting the nanites is quite useful because I did spend quite a lot of nanites on upgrading my new Explorer. The Laughing Gnome, the 4th, I think it is, or the 5th, I can't remember now. So, I've got a bit more cash. Yeah. And another wad of cash. Standing with the Mercenaries Guild has increased. Some more neural ducts. And some relattice dark crystals. And finally, another 239 nanites. And that's all those missions handed in. And we'll see what we got here. Kill 1 predator. We'll take that. It's a tier 3. Certainly gonna. I think that's about it. Need to check my take pictures. And what you're going to see is if I come in here, see my missions have shrunk considerably. It looks like there's only about one that didn't complete with that mission there. And just to show you the milestones, I've actually managed to complete all the creatures on one planet, and I think that was just purely by accident. I think I was down on a planet collecting frostwort, and it only had 7 species, and I've already been on it several times, so I've actually done that. So you can see the top 4 are complete, and we've ships destroyed. I'm now notorious. Sentinels destroyed. I'm a fighter. Streams to survival. I'm persistent. I'm up to level 5. Again, I think that was the result of doing the community mission last week. We need to certainly explore a lot more systems, and of course we need to work a bit more on planet zoology. My standing with the GEC is partner, and you can see I've really made reasonable progress there, and really need to start visiting systems. And what my current plan is to push forward towards the center of the galaxy, but mainly focus on the Atlas path, because what I want to do is try and finish the Atlas path and then go to a new galaxy. I'm determined to get to a new galaxy as quickly as possible in this mission. I don't want to stay in the Euclid galaxy. This standing with the Vakeen is a bit more balanced. We're a close ally. We've got words learned. Missions complete 7. The Corvax were a savior, so we're nearly topped out with our standing with the Corvax. Words learned. Systems visited. Then if I come to the Merchants Guild, you can see I've already completed units earned and plants farm, sorry. And our standing is still quite low with the Merchants Guild, but we've got missions completed. And the Mercenaries Guild, we're pushing forward quite well. And we've got Pirates Guild 50, so we're already silver with the Mercenaries Guild. And you can see the Explorers Guild is by far the most advanced. We're a senior in standing. Rare creature scan 30, missions complete 32, distance warp 16. So we still need a bit more work to do on that area. And of course the next thing we're going to do is get here and need to make up some space. So we're just going to. Oh, the other thing I also found while I was exploring out, I can't remember exactly where I was exploring, but I've actually found a drop pod for a what we call it. And the other thing I've also found is I found a coordinates for a drop pod, so hopefully we'll go and visit that fairly soon. And we got teleporter coordinates on 48,000, superconductor fiber, yes, neural ducts 151, relatticed. I think I might keep that just for the moment, because honestly I've got over 16 million. I've got the space for it. You can see straight away the result of cashing all those missions in, I got well over 1,000 odd nanite clusters. So that's the bit there. And the next thing we're going to do is get to here. Let's just put the filter on and see if I can. For some reason this refuses to rename. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go to current base. I'm not sure why that's pointing at my base here. Current system. Because the actual terminal is here. What I'm talking about is the base missions, because I finally got round to building a avatar transformation item, and then I had to wait over an hour for it to unlock. So, and it looks like these. Now, another thing about these farms is at the moment, because I intend to go to another galaxy and spend a bit more time there, I'm not going to worry too much about min-maxing out the farms in this area, so we should be able to. Maybe I do have to go to that base. Oh well, we'll check that out. Oh. And what we're going to do is just shove that into here. Oop. That's nice and tidy. Well, I want to go to the Orion base anyway, so I'm just going to go here. Base computer archives. That's interesting. So here we are. We're on my Starbolt base. Base computer online. The only question is, I'm not too sure where my base computer actually is. Automated archive recovery in progress. Data recovered 61%. New data. Search archives. Entries follows. Having great success with advanced materials, able to far more efficient synthesis, it seems I can create pathway to materials from all over the system. Additional data available, construction logs recovered, blueprints reassembled, down to the search construction database. Exotechnology data extracted, downloading plans, personal upgrade module. Readable archive retrievable complete, beginning defragmentation of the next. So we've got a mining beam and we've got to construct a medium refiner. Well, I think I've only ever bothered with a large refiner. What I have done over here is created a refining area here. So I suppose what we could do is wow, my magnetized ferrite got that low. I know I've been messing about. 31. Okay. I think what we're going to do is what am I doing? Let me just put the pure ferrite in here. Actually, they've got. I'm just gonna shove that in there. And that can run. Right. The next thing I want to do is my mining operation is up over here. So what I want to do is I'm going to go here, industry, if I can find it. Power, industrial. And what I want to do is see what I need to supply depot. 10 metal plating, and I've just converted a big pile of ferrite dust into metal plates. Thank you, game. Great. So we've got to go out and collect a great big pile of ferrite dust. It's going to be too late for here, isn't it? I won't be able to stop this contraption. Yeah, it's. Well, I'll just let this run. I think I'm going to cheat a little bit here. 10 metal platings is 500 ferrite dust. That's a lot of ferrite dust to actually pick up. Just going to do this, and what we're going to do is drop that in there. Might as well just convert that straight to. What I'm going to do is we're going to jump in the. And I've got 16 million. Just fit the filter. Fragmented memory. Well, we'll just get straight back to our current system. And buy items. Alright, dust 2000. So fine. Grab the whole lot. Really wish there was a button you could press that says I want to buy everything. That'd be a real nice quality of life improvement. Not, although to be honest, I don't do this very often. Normally I prefer just to harvest the. That should give me enough to build 4 storage. I'm just going to. That's interesting. That is now changed to Star Farm Mining. But when I was looking at it before, it was showing the Oran one. So obviously the game can't make up its mind what this base is actually called. I can't. Not sure if I've filled up the entire inventory. No, I haven't. Okay. Yeah, it's just. It'll only let me build them in blocks of. No. Some reason there it would. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And. Oops. What I'm gonna do is just. If I can get on that. Okay, let me just drop this back to. I think it's 8, isn't it? That means I should be able to build 4 storage units. And what I was thinking is I don't want them. The mining is over there, so what I was thinking is putting them here. I've got absolutely no idea whether they have to be connected to power. I'm just going to get back up to here. Power and industry. Mineral extractor. So what we're going to do is just hook 1, 2. I'm going to try and get them into a neat square. Okay, this one's going to be slightly. Well, it doesn't look like they've actually have a requirement for power. Status network extension rate. Pipeline network capacity reached. So we've got the storage set up. The next thing we need to do is now run pipelines to wherever my mining installation is. I've got absolutely no idea where that is. Let me just have a quick look. It says it's 275 units that way. So we're going to need to run the pipelines up through here. I'm presuming we need to connect all these together first. So I suppose we better do that. And let's see how this works. I've got no idea. So to make each supply pipeline, we need 25 ferrite dust and 10 carbon. I can make 14 of them. I'm presuming that we need to connect these together. Presume if we're going to run off of this one, we can. I presume we don't have to connect them in a complete grid, but it makes it look neater that way. Now I've got absolutely no idea how far we can run with one of these. So I suppose we're just going to find out. So if we start from here, and which is the direction we need to go in, this direction, isn't it? There should be a power line here actually somewhere. There it is. I just see it. Okay, Okay, let's see how far we can stretch this pipe. There's the power line. If I can bring the power line to here, I don't want it stuck too far above the surface. And can I hook that in now? Invalid position. Thank you. Cannot build. I've just lost the pipe into the ground. That's not a very good start, is it? Okay, let's just delete that again. I think there's a case here for pipe to run slightly above the surface. I think just gonna hook that up there so that we can actually see it. Boom. So it'll run a bit like an oil pipeline. Oil pipelines tend to run on the surface. And oh, we can just keep going, can we? Right, let's just see if we can run this for. See how far we can. Wow, we can run it. You can do really great big long lengths if you want to. And I think we'll just follow the power line up. We've got room for 6 more. And the power line is coming up. Oh great, I seem to have lost the connection. What happened there? Okay. That connected. Highly flexible, high strength pipe. And it's going to come up over the top. We get this to connect. Right. There it is. So the storage has increased to 4,250. Okay, that makes sense. Now I'm assuming that means, because I've now connected this up with a slightly messy pipeline. Yeah, well, I suppose it's oil pipelines are unsightly at the best of times, so I don't think there's any point pretending that somehow they're going to look elegant in the landscape. I mean, unless of course there's trees all built around them so you can't actually see them. But I think that's just a sheer fact of life. We've now got our storage here. I just want to check this out from the perspective of so these are all connected together, so therefore we got 4,250 and it says time until full 11 hours. Okay, we're just gonna cut out. This is the reason why I built the large refiner here. I'm just gonna chop in some copper in there. We're gonna turn that into chromic metal, which I'm gonna need to repair my ship. And right, we got some star bulbs. I'm just gonna hook these up while I'm at it. Star bulbs take quite a long time to grow, and as you can see, they don't actually produce that much. So it's worth harvesting star bulbs quite regularly and just letting the results accumulate. I'm just gonna and of course I've got a couple of storage vaults here for the star bulbs in. Okay, thank you, game. We will pull the paraffinium out and put that there. Oops, I've got no space in here. I'll take the graphitino board, put that in there. What we got here? Mining beam module C. Not particularly interested in that. So that's the first part of what I wanted to talk about. The next thing is I just want to make sure I've got the resources for this. If Because if I haven't got the resources for it, it's a bit of a pointless exercise. Power. And we've got the gas extractor. Yeah, we've got more metal plating to make. Okay. Certainly going to go. I don't think I've made this much metal plating in a very long time. So we've got to basically make 5. Oops, that's carbon. It's just, what I would like to do is put in at least 1 gas extractor. It's pure ferrite dust I want. So if you're going to be doing one of these farms, what you really need to do is gather a whole pile of pure ferrite. Not interested in that. Ferrite dust. Because of course, if we're going to collect the gas, we're going to have to set up a separate storage area. So I'm assuming you can't collect minerals and gases to the same area. Oops. Oops. Let's just. Okay, missing components. We can make some more. We go that way. Now, let's just. Right, it's saying that I've got to go that way 200 meters. Right. Right, so we found the area where we need to put the gas analyzer in, so we're just going to come in here. If we can find the industrial. That's a gas extractor. Need 100 chromic metal. I thought I picked up the chromic metal. Ooh, I'm not doing very well today, so. Right, what I'm going to do is walk back and get the chromic metal, and I'll be right back. On the positive side, I should be able to find the hotspot. It's over there, just behind the copper, which I will. So in some ways I've actually done this the right way round for once, that I've actually mined the copper first before doing the gas. But I think probably only really need the one oxygen miner. So it's in this little dip here next to this blue plant. So it's going to pop this in. And it's going to go across the power and industry. And we're just going to drop the gas extractor there. And it's going to hook up this concentration of 55%. Of course, the next thing we're going to have to do is run some power. Another big long power cable, so across and back. And I'm just going to go across, up, and the base is that way. I think if we get in over the top of this rise, power cable will drop down. I'm not sure if I put one in the center of the load of copper that I'm just about to mine would be. If we can drop the power cable about there, it won't be too obtrusive. And we're just going to come across to about here. And we hook it to the side of the dome. Yeah, it's a bit yeah. So I think if we put it there, we hook this. If I hook it to the battery, that puts it kind of halfway in the ground. It's quite surprising. You don't normally care about things like that, and suddenly you start caring about them. Now I'm going to assume that we actually need the storage units. I wouldn't mind putting at least one out here. I don't know if I've actually got it. I mean, strictly speaking, my Starball farm is over there, and this is going to be a bit of an industrial mine thing, so I think maybe I could put the storage here. It doesn't all have to be really tightly packed together, so they come in here, across to industry, supply depot. I had a very big pile of ferrite again. That can go to the high capacity. That can certainly go to the high capacity. I'll have a quick check just to see how much I've. I'm definitely going to have a landing plan to move my ship. Okay, we've still got 11 minutes. So that's going to take a little while for that to fill up. So, okay. Right. I think we're just going to try and do this the quick way again. So if I go up to here and just pick this one. And we're just going to run over here. Hopefully we're going to get another big pile of ferrite dust. Yep. I think I'm only going to buy just over 1,000 this time. That should give me enough for 2 storage devices and a little bit left over for the... Actually, what am I doing? I could have bought straight... Let's just have a quick check. I'm sure I could have just bought straight plates, couldn't I? Let me just have a quick look. Yep. Right, I'm going to buy 20 of this, because what I'm going to use is the ferrite dust to make pure ferrite and then magnetized ferrite. Star farm mining. Yeah, it's been a bit dumb there, to be honest. I should have bought the steel plates. Put it all through the refiner. Actually, I don't want, well, I'll refine a little bit, but say 250 of it. I'm just gonna turn that into pure ferrite. And so if I put the power line goes out there, there's the copper. So if I put the industrial supply depots, if I put just 2 of these side by side here, and I'm gonna hook them. These don't need power, do they? Okay. And I don't want them too high above the ground. I'm happy to have them above the ground, but at the same time, I don't want them kind of floating way up in the middle of the atmosphere. If we put one there, we'll be able to do this in one go. I think it's possible. Oops! Wow. Just check this. We've got 2,250 storage, and obviously the extract cycle for oxygen's a lot faster. And I think 1 is enough for oxygen, unless for some reason I need more. So I've now got my remote extraction process set up. Means I don't have to mine this copper, because all I need to do now is just play the game and eventually everything will build up. And I think that pipeline actually looks not too bad actually. Not that happy with the power cables, but I think that will work. And so that's all connected up. And one thing I do want to check is the power situation. Yeah, we're still okay, because if I run up over the top of the hill here towards the portal, I'm just going to come up over here. Just to show you, what I've actually done is put a second power generator down here, so I've got enough power to be going on with. I mean, it's not exactly the most elegant base, but it is an industrial base and it is set up. I think this could be quite productive in the long run. I'm just going to grab this. I'm just going to feed you into there on a 2-to-1 basis and let that do it. And I think I've probably gone on quite long enough for this part, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, I think we will now move back to maybe doing the main mission or doing something else, or looking at the Atlas path, because I think I've done enough with the auto mining just for the moment. I don't really want to spend too much time developing this. I just want to let things run quite nicely until I get an idea. As I said, I don't really want to start min-maxing and setting things up until I get to the next galaxy. Because the problem is that if I set up very extensive bases in the Euclid galaxy, when I go to the next galaxy, I'm going to have to take it all apart, and that's going to be quite difficult. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.